Yeah, so Jawan Johnson and Gerald Everett outscore all rookie tight ends. And I'll take this in points per game. I'll take this in total points, however you want to spin it. I think these two tight ends are being very much undervalued in favor of the rookie tight ends who, on Underdog, on DraftKings, they're shooting up draft boards at the minute. And yes, there's what, like a week left of drafting season before the season kicks off. But Luke Musgrave, we've seen his ADP rocket. We've seen, Dalton Kincaid, his ADP has been up ahead of these two all off season, and that's part of it. I believe in these two way more than I believe in any individual rookie tight end, even in a great class like this, and particularly Dalton Kincaid or Luke Musgrave or Michael Mayer. Because you look back at the historic stats, and since the start of the 2000 season, 384 tight ends have played in the NFL in a rookie year and recorded a stat of some form or another. Of those 384, only two have scored 10 or more points on average across their rookie season. So quite often we kind of picture tight end scoring as like it's possible for him to get to certain levels. And that was the absolute ceiling outcome. But when you filter it down to only players who were drafted, there's still 255 tight ends. But within that, 44% of them averaged less than 1.9 points per game. Only 12% of them averaged over 6.5 PPR points per game. So I don't mind taking shots on some of these rookies in best ball format where you can mix them in and you can be building a free tight end room. But I don't think that any of these can outscore Juwan Johnson, who was only behind George Kittle and Travis Kelce in total touchdowns last season. And then Gerald Everett, who I think is a very underrated tight end. I think he's excellent after the catch. We've seen Kellen Moore feature tight ends at times when he was in Dallas. And I believe in the passing game with the Chargers, and I believe in what Juwan Johnson did last year enough that I am confident that these two are going to be better than any rookie tight end on the board.
Are you concerned now? This is a big if, but if Michael Thomas can stay healthy, if Keenan Allen can stay healthy, if Mike Williams can stay healthy, if Quentin Johnson can stay healthy, are you worried that both these offenses have got too many mouths to feed to sustain that level of potential production for Juwan Johnson and Gerald Everett?
Not too much, because you look at what was going on last year with the Saints, and Juwan Johnson tied the team with target inside the 20 with 11. That was tied with both Kamara and Chris Olave. So it wasn't like last year he was playing there and there was nobody that he was having to compete with. You know, Chris Olave was excellent, but he wasn't getting as many red zone targets. I think inside the 10, Juwan Johnson led the team with 4 compared to Olave's 2, Kamara's 1. So I kind of feel like this is just an area of the game that Juwan Johnson is particularly good at. And yes, he's had a quarterback changes here to Derek Carr. Andy Dalton played as well as Andy Dalton could have played last year. So perhaps there's a touch of regression. But Juwan Johnson, he put on muscle this offseason so that he feels like he can play as a more well-rounded tight end at times. And all reports have been that he's been excellent. So I've got complete faith in him. And I think people have been worried about taking the Saints tight end, worried about what Taysom Hill will do. Taysom Hill isn't a tight end. Taysom Hill is a running back. He can't catch the ball. He's not a receiver. He's called a tight end because people don't know what to do with him. Juwan Johnson is a pure tight end, and he's fantastic at it in my eyes.
Yeah, look, I'm pushing back, but let's be honest, I agree wholeheartedly.